Hello everyone, my name is Kevin and welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing the Takeover, NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4 review. I'm sorry that this is coming out so late. I planned on doing it yesterday, but I ended up getting sick about halfway through the day. I wasn't feeling too great. I ended up waking up this morning incredibly sick, puking the whole lot with that sort of stuff, which was not fun. I'm feeling a lot better. I still haven't watched the rest of SummerSlam because not feeling well kind of put me off of wanting to watch it. So after you guys see this, I will hopefully be watching SummerSlam finally and finishing it. For those of you wondering, how far did I get through it? I did get through to the 5th match of the show. I did finish the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match between the Bludgeon Brothers and the New Day on Sunday, before me and Jesse were just both so fucking tired that we needed to go to bed. And then I plan to rewatch, or I plan to finish watching it yesterday, watch the rest of the matches, but I wasn't feeling good, and then I was like, okay, I'll watch it tomorrow, and it's like 8:30 now, and I still haven't finished it. I plan to watch the rest of it tonight, watch the last 8 matches I have to watch on it, finish the review, record it, upload it, we're done. Wait for Jesse to watch the rest of SummerSlam, which is going to be Thursday, and then so probably sometime next week, like Monday, Tuesday, the punishment will be up with either me or Jesse getting a bucket of ice and water dumped on him. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be freezing cold. Because if you guys don't realize, it's August in Michigan. It's cold as fuck. It's already getting cold as fuck. It's August 21st today. Just for those of you who don't realize, it's August 21st. The weather is already starting to get very terrible in Michigan. It's nearing fall for us. And when I say us, I mean people in Michigan. It's getting close to fall weather for us already because our summers are that shit. So it's going to be very, very fun to have a nice big bucket of ice water potentially dumped on me. And for those of you wondering, oh, you guys are probably just going to do like a bucket of warm water and like maybe 6 or 7 ice cubes. No. We are going to be taking a 7-pound bag of ice, like that you'd get for a party or whatever. We're going to be putting that into the bucket, and then we're going to be filling that with not freezing cold, but cold water. And then it's going to be dumped onto one of our heads. It's not going to be fun. For those of you wondering, we will be wearing shorts and a t-shirt, so that way I can still keep my channel slightly appropriate. I will probably be wearing swim trunks just to make it a little bit better, and so my actual shorts don't get drenched. If I'm the one taking it. Again, I don't know who's taking it, whether it's me or Jesse. Do not spoil SummerSlam in the comments for me below. I still want to watch the rest of it. I want to enjoy watching the rest of it. See who wins each match, and see who out of me and Jesse is getting ice dumped on them. So, without further ado, let's go into the review. Sorry, I just had to give that little PSA. First match, surprisingly, the NXT Tag Team Championship match started this, the Undisputed Era, my prediction versus Mustache Mountain. This was honestly a really good match for me. I really enjoyed this one. The Era and Mustache Mountain both looked really good. There was a lot of great moves done between the two teams. You know, backbreakers by Strong, obviously. A lot of MMA-style moves by Kyle O'Reilly. A lot of very amazing tag team wrestling from both sides. Yeah. They isolated Seven for a bit. You know, they were trying to keep him away from his partner. And then Tyler Bate came in after a DDT, started taking it to Strong and O'Reilly. Did a swing with O'Reilly on his shoulders. He did a swing to Strong with O'Reilly on his shoulders. If you don't know what I mean by swing, the thing Cesaro does when he goes like that, that's what I mean. He did a swing, which was really awesome. Bate started being isolated. The Era stayed in control. Got a gory stretch in on Bate. Heel hook in, focusing on his leg again, just like Seven. His leg got hurt. Bate got his leg hurt, and they were very much focusing on his left leg, trying to injure it in the best way they could. Strong flipped over the top rope out of the ring. O'Reilly gets sent out. Strong stops Bate. O'Reilly pulls Seven down. Seven gets tagged in, attacks in the corners. O'Reilly accidentally kicks Strong in the face. It was kind of like a haluva kick. And he kind of went to hit Seven, but he ducked. he like ducked out of the way and then right to Strong's face. You see that a lot with Strong and O'Reilly. They're not as well of a tag team as O'Reilly and Fish are because they don't know each other as well. They haven't traveled around the world together. But it was kind of like, okay, you know, you see the occasional, oh fuck, I just accidentally hit my teammate sort of moment with the Undisputed Era with Strong and O'Reilly wrestling as the tandem. I can't wait for Fish to be back because I think with something that happens a little bit later on down the card, I think Strong is going to probably go for a singles belt, which I'll talk about in a minute. But I'm not going to get into that just yet. Suplex Strong for 2 count. Tandem offense from the Era with some powerful attacks. Stronghold locked in on 7. Triangle on Bate. O'Reilly slammed into Strong. Bate taking control. Very flippy boy. Hits Tyler Driver 97. Bate's leg ran into the post. More attacks on it. Inside heel hook locked in. Strong pulls them further away. 7. Much like the episode where Mustache Mountain lost the belts, 7 went to go throw the towel in, and then Bate was like, no, don't do it. And then 7 was kind of like having an inner struggle, like an inner personal turmoil about, okay, do I throw it in? Do I not throw it in? Do I not throw it in? You know what I mean? And they threw it into the crowd. It was a really cool moment to see that. I think it was really awesome. Strong thrown out by 7. They hit a tag move. Mustache Mountain Dew. Big lariat, tag move, 2 count. Bate and 7 look very shocked because, again, like this is where I was like, all right, I've lost my prediction, but damn, this match was fantastic. But no, they kicked out. Surprisingly, they kicked out. Strong stops tag move. They hit their own. Undisputed Era win. 1-0 on predictions, 20 out of 10. After the match, though, they didn't have a lot of time to celebrate as the War Raiders attack them, kind of symbolizing, okay, we are the next contenders for the tag belt. I feel like they're probably going to drop the belts very soon. Maybe not even at a Takeover. Maybe on the next, maybe sometime soon during one of the NXT episodes. And after they drop the belts, I feel like the Era is going to be called up. I think I'd love for them to wait until Bobby Fish is actually active and can wrestle again and can compete, because then they have the full force of the Undisputed Era going up to the main roster. You know, have Fish and O'Reilly be back in the tag scene, have Adam Cole going for the main belt, and then have Strong going for either the United States or the Intercontinental, preferably the United States, so that way they're on SmackDown instead of Raw. Because I don't think they'd ever give the belt to Adam Cole if he was on Raw, and that would be very, very disappointing in my opinion. Yeah. All right, next match, men's singles match, EC3 versus Velveteen Dream. Jacket throwing, Dream like threw it away. Threw it into EC3's face. EC3 threw it back in his. Dream did something that pissed a lot of people off, apparently. He had on his tights, "Call Me Up Vince," which rubbed a lot of people probably the wrong way, especially Triple H, because he didn't hear about it until he saw it on the hard cam. He's like, I wish I would have known about that beforehand. But yeah, it was a fantastic, hilarious thing to see happen. I feel like it's probably one of those things that's like, okay, this guy thinks he's better than he, you know what I mean? But let's be honest, I think we all know that was probably already okayed before he wore it. So, you know what I mean? EC3 in control, Dream doing some Hulk versus Michaels overselling on the kicks. If you don't know what I mean, go back, watch SummerSlam 2005 if you have the WWE Network. Go back, watch SummerSlam 2005, watch the main event, at least I think it was the main event, of Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan, and watch what Shawn Michaels does. The kicks he does in the corner before he lands nuts first onto the rope and then gets bounced up and down on it. He did the exact same thing, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. EC3 does some like Velveteen Dream hip shaking type stuff, some New Day type stuff, and then Dream grabs his ass, and it looks like he goes to pull his tights down a little bit, but then like EC3 pulls him up and walks away. It was very hilarious. Big clothesline over the top rope, DDT to the diamond plate by Dream. Dream in control, throws some water into EC3's face, kind of reminiscent of the things that happened on the weekly show with EC3 throwing him into the pool. EC3 goes for DDT, gets countered by Dream, back and forth strikes, some left jabs by EC3, 1% gets reversed into a roll-up, facebuster for a 2 count, EC3 in control again. Dream continued to go after the throat because he got it hurt earlier in the match. He actually ends up getting busted open. You can see it If you've seen the picture of his right eye all swelled shut, his right eye at some point got busted open and like blood all over his. It was disgusting. It was awesome. EC3 is fantastic. I wouldn't be able to wrestle through that. My eye ended up swelling shut. That would kind of be something that's like, okay, I don't think I can wrestle through the rest of this. That's, yeah. Dream throw off the turnbuckle. Diving crossbody countered to a 2 count. Powerbomb for a 2 count. Superplex by EC3. 2 count. Super kick. Dream Valley driver for a 2 count. And then that's when you see EC3's busted open. Sometime after the Dream Valley drivers when you first really notice it. Dream Valley driver on the apron. Purple Rainmaker on the apron. Dream rolls him into the middle of the ring. 3 count. Velveteen Dream wins. 1-1 predictions. 8 out of 10. I think it was a bit of a waste for EC3. I feel like that's kind of how his NXT career has been so far, is that it's kind of like, okay, he probably would have done a lot better off if he'd stayed in TNA or if he'd gone to Ring of Honor or New Japan. Because he's basically lost every match he's been in NXT, and that's kind of a disappointment because EC3 is such a fantastic talent that I think he should really be being utilized better. Give him the North American Championship or have him go for the actual legit NXT Championship or something meaningful to actually kind of show that, okay, we do like EC3, we do care about him, he is a fantastic superstar, we do recognize his talent. But so far they've just been giving him shit after shit after, you know what I mean? He's lost like every match. Velveteen Dream can bounce back from a loss. I don't think EC3 can as well. Not saying that Velveteen Dream has more charisma or whatever, but I'm saying that I feel like if Dream had lost this, you still would have seen, okay, he's a very high competitor. But with EC3, especially how he was in TNA with always wanting to win and always winning and stuff, and now going to this, you can kind of see, okay, what's the point of it now? You know what I mean? And it's kind of making people, I think, lose faith in EC3, and that's kind of where I'm at too. I really thought going into this, EC3 was going to win this, and then Velveteen Dream getting the win was kind of like, okay, what was the point then? You know, having EC3 lose this feud, like he's lost everything else so far. And it was kind of disappointing, in my opinion. I really like EC3, and I think he could be utilized a lot better, and they're just wasting him. Also, Matt Riddle is here. I'm sure everyone already knows that at this point, but Matt Riddle was there. It was awesome. He was like, and you saw himself on his camera, like, and it was really cool. I love Matt Riddle. I can't wait for the work he's going to be doing in NXT. Hopefully a North American Championship as well as an NXT Championship reign in his future, and eventually a main roster call-up to at least lead to some mid-card to upper mid-card glory, because Matt Riddle is fucking awesome. There's a good chance that may not happen because he, a bit. Next, the NXT North American Championship match. Adam Cole, baby. I'm never going to get tired of doing that. I love doing that. Versus the one and only King Ricochet. Honestly, just let me say this really quick. I'll never get tired of Ricochet's entrance. It's just fucking awesome. He's such a badass. Like, I can't tire of it. It's awesome. His entrance is awesome. The flippiest of the flippy boys, FYI. If you do not know, if you've never seen a Ricochet match, go look at them because holy shit, he is a flippy motherfucker. Specifically, go watch anything he's ever done with Will Ospreay because just beautiful. Cole being smart but cocky, big dropkick by Ricochet, calling Cole a coward. Ricochet gets thrown out of the ring. Action-packed match, you know, control constantly back and forth between these two. Ricochet starting to gain some control. Springboard reversed into a backstabber. There's a lot of badass springboard into something, but reversed. You know what I mean? Super kick caught off of a springboard, which was really fucking brutal. So he went to do like a springboard moonsault sort of lion salt type move. On his way back, he was like mid-rotation, like, so let's say this is his head. He was like this, and the super kick hit him right in the throat, basically. It was fucking awesome and so amazing. 2 count. Ricochet with some strong elbows, insecurity by Cole. Super kick, lots of strong attacks from both men, back and forth. Cole and Ricochet both collapse. Cole lands on Ricochet for a 2 count. Knee strike avoided. Hurricane Rana, 630 avoided as Cole rolls away. Hurricane Rana down to the floor. So Cole was on the apron, and Ricochet jumped over the ropes, hit him with a Hurricane Rana all the way down to the floor. It was amazing. 6:30 connects. Ricochet wins. 1 and 2 on predictions. 20 out of 10. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier, where I think, okay, Fish is going to come back. The era is going to be different. It's going to be Roddy going for the North American, Adam Cole going for the NXT, Fish and O'Reilly going for the keeping the tag belts and trying their best to keep them in case they lose them, going to try to win them back. Or I think the Undisputed Era is going to get called up soon. I feel like that the Undisputed Era as a tag team is going to lose the belts very soon to the War Raiders, and then maybe get called up right after. I think it's definitely something that can happen. We're getting into that time frame of, okay, call-ups could potentially happen here. You know, so between the time of SummerSlam to basically the Raw, SmackDown, the few weeks after WrestleMania, that's the biggest time for a call-up to happen. And I think that the Undisputed Era could definitely be one of those teams to get called up very soon. I think that it's probably going to be sooner rather than later that the Undisputed Era will be called up and will get the opportunity to shine on the main roster. And I honestly am very excited, but also very worried about that. Look at how most people who've been huge in NXT have been used on the main roster. Shinsuke Nakamura, Asuka, the Iconics have been okay. The Four Horsewomen have been pretty good. The Revival, American Alpha, they actually got a title at least. The Ascension, Breezango, all these teams didn't, and all these people didn't really get utilized as well as they probably should have been after coming up from NXT to the main roster. So I think, gotta crack my neck. So I think it's definitely going to be something that we have to, okay, yes, I want them called up, but I also want to be, focused and make sure that, okay, is this actually going to end well for them, or, you know what I mean? So yeah. Next match, the NXT Women's Championship match. Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. Kevin Owens and Mark Henry are here. Woo! The other MMA Four Horsewomen, Jessamine Duke, Ronda Rousey, and Marina Shafir. I had to think of her name. She was the one that I was like, okay, what's her name? Also, if you guys don't know, Marina Shafir, that's Roderick Strong's wife and mother to his child. If you did not know that. Just letting you know. Our ringside watching very fast-paced match. Sane in control. Baszler hits some drop kicks. Drop kicks Sane's legs. Starts attacking it. Wrenching it in very messed up positions. It was disgusting to watch. She wrenched her legs so much. And then on top of that, she wrenched her foot with it. And oh my god, Shayna Baszler does some disgusting things to people's bodies. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, Kairi Sane is double, triple, something jointed, you know what I mean? Because there's no way you can do that without it destroying your leg completely. Because, oh my god, if you haven't seen NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4, go watch this match specifically, and go watch the start of the match when Shayna is wrenching her fucking leg. And I wanted to fucking vomit. It was disgusting. It was just absolutely disgusting. Mocking Sane, continuing to attack the right leg. Sane getting fired up, starts getting control, rolling neck breaker, insane elbow, sorry. Goes for it again, but Baszler rolls out. Diving crossbody to Baszler outside. Insane elbow again for a 2 count. Baszler just got her shoulder up. It looked like she was about to lose it, and she just got it up. Kirifuda clutch locked in. Sane gets the rope. Leg lock on Sane's hurt leg. Reverses it into a submission of her own. Baszler gets the ropes, though. Sane using the ropes to keep it locked in. She literally, didn't even give a shit. Alabama Slam, heads up top, elbow to the knees. Kirifuda clutch reversed into a roll-up. Kairi Sane wins. 1 and 3 on predictions. 9 out of 10. I feel like the roll-up was a bit of a slightly cheap win for Sane to get, and it kind of undermined it a bit, but I also really liked it. I regret not predicting Sane on this because I think I kind of was like, okay, I don't think they're going to have Baszler lose it this soon, but I also kind of didn't plan for her to do something sort of heelish. I felt like she was going to, try to go for babyface moves. But no, she actually went for something sort of heelish where she just got a little roll-up at the end to win, which I think was also kind of a cool way to have her win it, because then Baszler's going to be like, oh, you didn't really beat me, And I'm starting to like Baszler as a character. She actually has a very good heel dynamic, and she's got the look of a good heel. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where this feud goes. And finally, the NXT Championship last man standing match: Johnny Gargano, Johnny freaking Wrestling versus the Blackheart, the cynical, sadistic, shitbag fucking asshole that he is, Tommaso Ciampa. Perfect calling right there. I just really quick, before I get into this, I want to say I love the disdain that Mauro Ranallo has for Tommaso. It is fucking awesome how much he hates him. And like, I get that it's, you know, it's things that aren't real and it's scripted, but when you believe so much in your heart that, okay, this person hates this guy, it is awesome when you actually hear the words that Mauro says about Tommaso and you can believe it, 100% believe that he means it. It's unreal. I thought Black was gonna potentially get involved. He didn't, sadly. Just gonna say that now. Oh shit, how much more better do you have? 35%. Okay, I gotta get through this. Fans, ruthless as ever. Fuck you, Ciampa, asshole, that sort of shit. Gargano attacks Ciampa before the bell. Very fast-paced match. Gargano in control. Johnny set into the steps. Ciampa being set into the barricade. The concrete gets exposed. Ciampa digging at the eyes, which is brutal. Gargano driven through the Spanish announce table. Not even the announce table that got set up. They set up the normal American announce table, and Johnny, with the fucking stuff, got sent through it. You know, the actual, like, fucking monitors and the little, like, sort of weird thing at the front. All of that on there. He got sent through it. It was brutal. Ciampa control, running knee strikes to Gargano. Gargano sends the chair into Ciampa's knee. Gargano using the chair to his advantage. Lawn Dart reversed into a sleeper hold, using the ropes for leverage. Again, it's a last man standing match, so no DQ. Another sleeper hold in. Lawn Dart to the chair, set up in the corner. It was magnifique. Table brought out a second one set on top of the other table above the concrete. And when I say set up, I don't mean legs on legs, you know, legs like on top of the other table. I mean one table set up normally and the other one upside down set up. Oh god, I love any match that can have amazing table spots. German suplexes to Gargano, 3 of them to be exact. Knee strikes, chair shots, Project Ciampa, a second, a third. Ciampa sets the chair up and sits. Just sits. Gargano gets up. Super kick to Ciampa while he's still sitting in the chair. Slingshot, spear gets caught by a kick. Back and forth action, double clothesline up at 1. Both of them. Chance of fight forever. Now, I'm just going to say, I love fight forever chance, and yes, I want these two to fight forever, but I also don't want to get to a point of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens fighting forever where it's like, okay, do I really want to see this again? Although, every time Owens and Zayn fight on the main roster now, I love it, so, yeah. Super kick, both down together again. Super kick, cannonball from the apron avoided. Set in the barricade, face buster onto the steps. Gargano up at 9. Toolbox brought out, cutting the mat up from the ring, much like their match at Chicago 2. Gargano slammed onto the steps. Fire extinguisher sprayed into Ciampa's face. Crutch shots. The crutch is breaking. DDT to the ring board. I think ringwood is what I wrote. Avoided. Ciampa kicked head, what? Kicked head, I think is what I wrote. I can't really tell. DDT to the wood. Payback for Chicago. Up at 9. Suicide dive. Another one. Super kick to some random official at ringside. And this is where I thought Johnny was like, okay, this is it. It's over. Gargano, face first. Wait, what? Oh, right. Rammed face first into a monitor. Running knee strike with a chair. Through a barricade. Ciampa buried him in the barricade. Chairs. The guy that got super kicked by Gargano Gargano still somehow got up at 9. It was whatever. It was just, or whatever. It was amazing. It was unbelievable. Handcuffs grabbed out. Ciampa ran into the post, fights away from the handcuffs, fighting the tables. Superkick sends Ciampa through the tables. Up at 9, used the crutch to get up. Very, very funny symbolism there. Gargano kicks the crutch away, runs Ciampa into the screen, much like last year in Takeover Chicago 1 when Ciampa turned on him. Gargano escaped, Ciampa taps, it ain't gonna do shit. Handcuffs him onto the stage, another part of like the LED board to the side. Smacks his face into the board, super kick. Ciampa begging, starts apologizing. Johnny says no, it's too late for that. A third, Gargano sets up for a fourth super kick, hits him with a knee strike instead. Gargano slams through, hitting his knee onto a bunch of equipment, dislocating it. I say dislocating because it's a storyline dislocation. Both men down. Ciampa barely gets up at 9, using the fact that he's still handcuffed to his advantage and kind of just crawling away from the stage. Gargano stays down. Ciampa wins. 1-5. Wait, 1-5. Sorry. 1-4 on predictions. 100 out of 10. This was my favorite match of the night, even though I lost. God damn it, that match. Like, come on, man. Just, Gargano gets helped up to the ramp. And some little twerp chanted, Ciampa wrestling. I was like, dude, no. Just no. This match tore the house down. I honestly don't think any match on SummerSlam is gonna... So far, no matches have been better. Oh, the IC Championship was pretty good. But so far, none of the matches on SummerSlam that I've seen have compared to that match. I can't wait to see the next battle in the Ciampa-Gargano feud, whether it's on the main roster or if it's on NXT. This feud has been amazing. Hope you guys have enjoyed the review for this. My overall review is actually very positive. I give it a 10 out of 10 on my overall review for the entire pay-per-view. Some matches, most notably, I think the EC3 and Velveteen Dream match were a little bit lacking, although there were big spots throughout the entire night for every match, and I really enjoyed that. But you know, I think that the Last Man Standing match really pulled it together as a nice little bow for the entire pay-per-view. I really enjoyed it. I will see you guys for the SummerSlam review when I'm finished watching it. Stay golden. Peace.